everyone, and welcome to my channel. I am in my den. Don't think you could tell the difference because the background is just my bookshelf and our bookshelf, but it basically looks the same except it's very bright in here. So this video is I'm finally rolling out my den makeover. This process took me a week. And it took me a week because obviously real life happens. We had a lot of little things that needed to get done with the den and then the house, and I was also simultaneously working while doing this. So I'm gonna roll this out finally. I'm so happy with my den. I've been trying to hide it in recent videos that I have gone up anyway and posts, but this is going to be really fun. It was a painstaking process because, you know, people don't really show, well, I guess they do show you how messy the house gets beforehand. So yeah, I hope you like it. It took me 7 days. Like I said, I also had a little extra days on the side that I did some projects. I already rolled out the Rustic pencil holders, which I have up, and then my Ottoman, my little Boho Ottoman. So that's also going to be featured in this video. Not the DIY process, as those videos already came up, and if you would like to actually watch those videos, I will insert a little card or a link down below in the description box and you can check those out. And let's go. So of course, first things first, we gotta clean this out. Let's take down the lights, and then we're gonna clear out the bookshelf, organize everything that's in here, and just try and have a blank slate to start from scratch. She's so clean and shiny and dust-free. Next project. So as I just continue to clear out the space, I will simultaneously be cleaning areas that are dusty and areas that have stains and taking down things from the walls. I tried to move this by myself, could not do it, so Chris did it for me and he did it off screen, so it's now on the opposite side of the wall. And of course, as the process goes, you pick up, you clean, you wrap up, you pick up, you clean, you wrap up. Pretty repetitive. And now it's time to tackle these books and put them all back on the shelf. And this is the fun part. So I don't know about you, but I love to organize my books by color and age and height. So that's what I'm going to be doing. All my books are clear. Now it's time to tackle his side of the shelf. And I don't know how this is possible, but he has a ton more books than I do. I mean, look at this. And you know what? I think it's all my fault. Working in the library, I just come home with so many books for him, and I love gifting him books for Christmas, birthdays, any event. It's just my favorite thing. Look, oh my God. We actually decided to move our bedroom dresser into the den so that it can function as a DIY supply organizer for my side. For those of you that have been watching my earlier videos, you will recognize this as something that I said will be flipped into another DIY. So let's get to it. I removed all the clothespins and pictures and just little knickknacks that I had on there and then separated them. So I am excited to flip this. As we move on to the opposite side of the den, I am just going to start clearing that out, and I'm going to focus on trying to remove this rug, which was actually a pain to do. And I left a lot of holes on the wall trying to secure it, so I'm just going to plaster that up, take the nails out, and paint any scratches or just discolorations that there is, and then clean the floor from the dust that fell off and put my table in. What's happening right now is that this is essentially our dining table, which originally was a coffee table when I used to live with my mother. So I took apart the stubby little coffee legs, and I ordered the hairpin legs off of Amazon, and they're great. I ordered the correct height for our dining table. We hardly eat in our dining table. If anything, it's more like our little breakfast nook. And we always eat dinner. We always eat dinner on our foldable tables. So, on the couch, watching TV. Chris basically said, babe, take the table for your little office and move it inside a little bit. Like, just move it inwards. And we're gonna see how that's gonna work out. First of all, can we just talk about the fact that I just remembered I had a L screw drill bit, and I just remembered, and I'm like, oh. So I felt like most YouTubers, most DIYers, when they're just like, oh, I know I have this thing and it's like misplaced. So I just saved myself a lot of hand, because the way that these are placed, I can't properly L screw it out. So that was beautiful. Okay, so I just went into my nice stash of leftover tools, and we don't have any more of these because they only came with, I guess, enough to support all 3 of those holes. So I wanted to really stabilize it, and every screw I had literally fell right into the hole. And that's what she said. And so I wanted to find one that was just as thick, that wouldn't fall into these holes, and was around the same length. So let's see how that works. I also went and measured 8 inches from, I guess, the head of the table, and then 12 to try and just get it away from the wall and really stabilize it. So I marked it with like brown Sharpie, just because the drills are going to go in there anyway. And I did it for all 4 of them, and we're going to see, you can see where the holes were for the other table. I don't know what I'm going to do with that right now. It's the bottom of the table, no one's going to see it. But we're going to try and see if this works. So I just put in the, oh my god, I don't know what this is. The driller. Oh, I'm an idiot. I was on reverse. Of course it's gonna burst through. I already have enough holes on this table. I'm so mad at myself. Oh, of course the battery dies on me now. Let's see if it'll magically just work again. All right, charging interlude. Wonderful. Good morning. It is I think it's day 3, 4 of the den makeover. I've had little hiccups. It's a little longer in the week, technically, but it's day 3 that I've been doing stuff to the den. My body woke me up at 7, which was awesome sauce because I like when my body wakes me up with my alarm. I feel accomplished. I spent all last night trying to hone in. I'm setting up my coffee. Let me 1 second. Okay. I spent all of last night honing in all of my ideas and my thoughts in my little leather handy dandy notebook. So that I have some kind of direction, because I previously recorded a video for my little Simply Candid series. So I have to edit that later today, because I would like that to go up tomorrow. Today is Thursday, tomorrow's Friday. By the time I finally roll out the Den series, it might be Sunday, it may be Monday. You'll see when this goes up. So I was struggling because I kept wanting, do you see what's happening here? And the one thing fell off. So as I'm taking care of one room, I'm having inspiration to do other rooms. So it was starting to just hold me back, because I'm like, oh, let me do this. Oh, but I have to film it. Oh, but let me do this. Oh, but I have to film it. So I stuck to myself. So I am just going to try to do my best to just do the den, and then I will tackle other parts of the house. My mind would not turn off yesterday. I had all the ideas that there ever was in the world of ideas, and I was exhausted when my head hit the pillow. And then after my head hit the pillow, I'm like, that could be a video. That would be a great DIY for that room. Why didn't I think of that? I should make that. I should film that. And then next thing you know, I don't even know what time it was. So before I get into like all those details, let me finish my coffee, change my outfit, and start the day. Let me turn the light on. This is where it's at right now. I had such a hard time trying to take this off, and I had to plaster the holes, and I painted them stark white, which actually now you hardly can't tell. You can tell a little bit, like right there, and there's a little bit up top, but there was just a lot of stains and holes. And so I've moved all my stuff there, and ooh, God bless me. I still have to take this down. I have a whole bunch of crap over here. Hello, Schweik. That's a mix between Shrew and Dwight. Get it together. And I have my ladder and just an empty floor. So right now I have lots of ideas. Come closer, I have ideas. And what was stopping me was that right after I moved, I'll show you, right after I moved, because my bed is half made, the mirror there, I had just like an influx of ideas, and I was just like, oh my God, let me do that. And then I just stopped. So right now what I need to do is figure out where I'm going to put these 2 rugs, because they're not going in this room. It's going to be summertime soon. I want to DIY my own makeshift, basically a circle rug, but I can't make it out of twine because it's not going to be, you know, nice for the feet. So that's my journey. Let's go. Good morning. It's 5:52. I've been up for an hour. It is day 5 of the Reno. Of the Reno. Oh my God. I'm so tired. It is day 5 of the den stuff, and I'm currently working on this Ottoman project, which is going to be a separate video. So right now I finished Ottoman number 1. That is the little behind the scenes little cheat. This at first was a fail and I didn't finish it, and that was because right here it used to dip. For some reason the weight was off, so I stuffed it with stuffed animals that I don't use, that I want to keep, and it's great. So I'm doing a DIY. I want to do like a stackable ottoman for me to sit on while I work, but doing everything in rope all over again seemed a little bit monotonous. So I wanted to try and do my own little version of a DIY. So right now I'm currently working on this. I just gave it a coat of paint in the creases because while I was going in with it last night, there's gaps and I don't want it to look like tire. So I just went in with the coat of paint, and I also I was trying to do some kind of braiding technique to give it some more character because on the bottom you can tell it's very thin, and it was not doing anything for my fingers. My fingers still red from last night. And anyway, so I started, sorry, my hands are shaky. I started adding some yarn in here to give it more character. So I'm gonna try and do some kind of intricate design. This is totally my choice. It's taking a really long time. There's a huge mess on the floor. I feel so bad. Because we're not used to living in these conditions, but you know, the life of a YouTuber or DIYer. So I'm gonna try and finish that up today. I don't know if I'm gonna record the process. I really don't. Because it's basically a lot more of just the same of this one, and I've already recorded that one, so we're just gonna get to it. Okay, so it is day 7, I guess, 6.5. I didn't film the rest of the process because it was a lot of little minutiae and just a lot of repetitiveness. Obviously, just I had to kind of place things aesthetically. I can't, what are words today? I had to aesthetically place out things, kind of measure out with my eye where I wanted things to go, take some plans, place them, take some art. I Swiffered, vacuumed, mopped, dusted, shined, all that good stuff. And there were little things that I did off screen. I switched out our curtain, so I had to switch out the curtain rod and just the curtain shade in general. And I also switched out the bedroom separator curtain. So the den was red and the bedroom was white, and I flopped it because I just wanted the den to be more airy, and the bedroom is more of a nice warm and cozy area, and it just felt smarter to put a darker curtain there so that the room actually feels separated from the rest of the house. And I think that's it. That's all that I didn't film. There were a lot of little things. I had to make sure that the ottoman was measured properly so that it fit directly under the table. I didn't film the DIY process of me making my own little wire rack, DIY wire rack. If you want to know how I did that, then you can leave a comment down below, and I will just upload a different video that focuses specifically on that. And obviously I have a lot of other DIY crafts in there. I made my own DIY hexagon shelves, and that's it. And then so I'm gonna take a day to make it look pretty, and then you'll get to see the after shots.
So this is my new den makeover. So the den makeover was more of a, it was more of just like a deeper nesting project for me. I used everything that was available to me. I did not go outside at all. I did not purchase anything new. So I didn't repaint the walls. If there was some splotches, I cleaned it, which you saw, and kind of repainted it white. And I just repurposed what I had. Some of these things I found and were just laying around the house because they had no purpose, they had no home, and I just made it work. So right now it's functional. Little areas are messy because this is a living space, but I'm in love with it. It's my new favorite room now. I just come in here and I'll just sit in my ottoman and just stare into the camera. It was well worth it. It took a long time, but it was also because I had to basically separate the days and tell myself to relax, and you don't have to do this in 1 or 2 days. If not, I would have probably murdered my whole health system. What am I trying to say? What are words? I would have stressed myself out severely if I would have just tried to knock this out in the fastest time frame that there ever was known ever. So I hope you liked it. If you want to see more content like this, hit the subscribe button, leave a like, and comment down below on what part of the room was your favorite. There's 3 sections, so there's like the living section-ish, and then I have my work area, and then our bookshelf, our nice little den area. Well, this is the den, but that's what the den was, focused around the bookshelf. So yeah, I hope you guys like this video. Thanks for sticking around until the end, and until next time, bye guys.